What's new in the world of electric cars? Chuck Miller's Zingers. We take you for a test drive in the all-new Volkswagen GTI, and we take you to the classic car capital of Texas. I'm Rick Walker, and you're watching the SST Car Show. SST is brought to you by Stark Auto Sales, home of the ultimate worldwide scratch and dent car sale. Hey friends, I'm Rick Walker. Welcome to another edition of the SST Car Show. We have some really cool stuff lined up for you today. We're going to take you to the classic car capital of Texas. We're also going to show you a killer classic Chevy that we found in Granham, Alberta. But first, here's our review of the all-new Volkswagen GTI, a car that we think is one of the best on the road today. The Volkswagen Golf GTI is a performer. On the surface, it looks like any other Golf. But that GTI badge means there is something special under the hood. That something special is this 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. It produces 210 horsepower. Now put that kind of power to the pavement under a small car like this, and the result is thrilling. The Golf is a true world car. It is built on the same platform as more than 20 other vehicles wearing VW, Audi, and other brand names affiliated with Volkswagen. But this platform is truly suited to this car. What makes the Golf great is the overall design. The simple hatchback configuration makes this car versatile, and the overall design has really never changed. I would argue that the design of this vehicle is iconic. I mean, this is one of the greatest automotive designs of all time. It is versatile, it is practical. That is why Volkswagen has stuck with it all of these years. This vehicle, in its earlier incarnations as the Rabbit, now the Golf, this is right up there as far as I'm concerned with vehicles like the Ford Model T, the Chrysler minivan, the Volkswagen bus, iconic vehicles that really have made an impact or had a big impact on society. And I would go even further. The Volkswagen Beetle is always seen as, the people's car. But I would argue that the design of this car is actually much more practical, and this design has had far more impact on motoring than the Beetle did or has had. And that is because other car companies have actually copied this design, whether you're talking about the old Dodge Omnis hatchbacks from the 1980s, or whether you're talking about even the Chevy Sonic or Ford Fiesta. It's that same compact hatchback design, and you can see it in so many different cars on the road today. But Volkswagen is the company that started it all, and they just keep on tweaking the design, making it better with every new generation of the Golf. The Golf GTI handles great. It's at home in shopping plaza parking lots, on city streets, on highways, and would probably even perform well at local racetracks. There is a touch of turbo lag here, but the engine sounds tough, and the tone reminded us of engines used in much more expensive sports cars. This thing really, really moves. On the highway, the turbo makes a huge difference. You just step on the gas, and man, does this baby go. The Golf GTI will appeal to anyone who is looking for a practical car with a ton of fun built into it. It's tight, it's quiet inside. The controls are laid out logically. It's a small car, but its design is efficient, and that means there is plenty of interior space and cargo capacity. This GTI came with a power sunroof, a backup camera concealed behind the Volkswagen badge, and sport seats that were comfortable and incredibly supportive. The seats grab you and hold you in place snugly. Regular Golfs come with a 170 horsepower engine, and even that is more than enough, but this turbocharged engine makes the GTI worth the extra money. There is an even more powerful R version, but for our money we would stick with the GTI because we feel it strikes just the right balance between performance, comfort, and practicality. We also like the fact that VW keeps running with the same basic design and continues to upgrade the engineering and technology that is used to design and build the Golf. Because the design doesn't change much, you can buy a Golf and drive it for years without the car looking dated. History has proven that Golfs tend to hold their value well, so owners tend to do well when they do decide to trade up down the road. In short, the Golf is a world-class car that deserves a place among the world's best cars of all time. The current Golf is probably the best Golf ever, and the current GTI just takes the Golf to a whole new level. That's why the new Volkswagen Golf GTI is SST approved. You've seen his creations and model kits and toys over the years, dating all the way back to the 1960s. But now, here are Chuck Miller's Zingers. Sort of life-size miniatures come to life. We found them at the Fleetwood Country Cruise Inn in London, Ontario. And now, more highlights from this year's Fleetwood Country Cruise Inn in London, a show that is hosted each year by Steve Plunkett on his estate. It is the largest outdoor car show in Canada. Don't go away. When we come back, we'll take you to the classic car capital of Texas.
My name is Maddie, and don't go away because there'll be more SST coming your way.
Turn back the hands of time with antique Chevrolet parts. Since 1971, we've been sourcing parts from around the world to help you restore and maintain antique Chevs. Nose to tail fins, we have your parts. Call us toll free at 1-866-767-2787. Get help from a real person or go to antiquechev.com. Download a catalog, order online, delivered to your front door. Antique Chev, helping you turn back the hands of time.
Stark Auto Sales. Hundreds of insurance claim vehicles auctioned every week. Now with locations in Toronto, Montreal, and Ottawa. Parts cars, rebuildable wrecks, damage-free theft recoveries. Bid in person, bid online from anywhere. Worldwide shipping. A better way to buy a car. Visit starkautosales.com.
Confidence. With Goodyear, it's tread that's tested by experts and can be trusted because of it. And everything we learn making their tires inspires what we roll into yours.
Now through December 31st, dig into winter with up to $100 back in mail-in rebates on 4 selected Goodyear tires, including the new Goodyear Assurance Weather Ready. See Cottingham Tire for details.
Hi, I'm Jake Cottingham from Cottingham Tire, serving the community for over 100 years. Come visit us at 13 Mill Street West in Tilbury, or join us at our new location at 189 Talbot Street West in Leamington, or visit our website at cottinghamtire.com.
La Liberty Collision, a name you can trust. Quality auto body services, competitive rates, family owned and operated. We keep our promises, delivering on time and on budget with no surprises, using the newest, highest quality, environmentally friendly paints and auto body repair products. Insurance claim? No problem. Serving Windsor, Essex, and Chatham-Kent from 47 Mill Street West, Tilbury. Visit LaLibertyCollision.com.
Turn back the hands of time with antique Chevrolet parts. Since 1971, we've been sourcing parts from around the world to help you restore and maintain antique Chevs. Nose to tail fins, we have your parts. Call us toll free at 1-866-767-2787. Get help from a real person, or go to antiquechev.com. Download a catalog, order online, delivered to your front door. Antique Chev, helping you turn back the hands of time.
Stark Auto Sales. Hundreds of insurance claim vehicles auctioned every week. Now with locations in Toronto, Montreal, and Ottawa. Parts cars, rebuildable wrecks, damage-free theft recoveries. Bid in person, bid online from anywhere. Worldwide shipping. A better way to buy a car. Visit StarkAutoSales.com.
Watch movies, sports, and TV shows with no monthly fees. Get your Super Geeks Android Genius TV box. Simply connect to your TV with the supplied HDMI cable and connect to Wi-Fi. Watch what you want when you want, on demand in high definition, even 4K. A great alternative to cable, Netflix, satellite, and video rentals. Don't settle for a smart TV. Turn your TV into a genius with a Super Geeks Android TV box. Boxes start as low as $39.99 with full warranty. Pays for itself. Select from thousands of free online shows. We even provide remote service so you'll never be without your TV. Updates itself automatically. 30-day money-back guarantee. Call 1-866-248-1490. That's 1-866-248-1490. Or order online at supergeeks.tv. That's supergeeks.tv.
Hey friends, welcome back to the SST Car Show. Off we go now to Nocona, a small town about an hour and a half northwest of Dallas. This is a small community that was suffering economically, but it is being revitalized by classic cars. Here's why. Welcome to the classic car capital of Texas. This is Nocona, a small town of about 3,000 people located about an hour northwest of Dallas. There's a classic car miracle happening here. You see, a few years ago, this town was suffering. The economy was depressed. Decades of dependence on the local leather industry and old oil money had given way to layoffs, job losses, plant closures.
I mean, 6 years ago, you could have bought this whole town for $100,000. Now you can't touch property here for less than $100,000 or $200,000 for just a little bitty lot.
And then something incredible happened. Local business leader Pete Horton went to a car auction, just like this one, for the very first time ever, and bought 16 Corvettes in one day. Yep, 16 vets, all pristine, all in one day. In fact, he had so many, he turned a vacant car dealership in his hometown, Nocona, into an automotive museum. And then the miracle began. The cars have generated an economic revitalization that nobody saw coming. Now, once a week, every May, the Vicari car auction actually comes to Nocona, and it attracts car enthusiasts from all over the state. Auction owner Pete Vicari says classic cars have become the engine driving economic recovery here.
Their biggest industry here was lost and was sent to Mexico. The owners brought the town, the business to Mexico, and there was like 400 or 500 people working there, and they all lost their jobs. And many years ago, a friend of mine came and said he wanted to move his business back here because he was from here as a child. and he moved his company back here, and it exploded a redevelopment of this whole town.
The revitalization didn't stop there. As part of their annual Car Show week, Nocona began hosting a car show to complement the car auction. People loved it, and now, like the auction, the car show in the town's main street attracts classic car enthusiasts from all over Texas. Today, Nocona, Texas is bursting with community pride. New hotels have opened, along with new restaurants, new bars, and new retail outlets. The one thing everyone agrees on is the revitalization is the direct result of the classic car explosion in Nocona. Today, the Horton Automotive Museum is stuffed full. There are hundreds of cars in here. Dozens and dozens of pristine Corvettes from every era are on display. But it doesn't end there. In other areas, there are true classics from the 30s and 40s. There are muscle cars here too, from Ford, Chrysler, and General Motors, as well as exotics. So when Car Show Week winds down, the museum still attracts a steady stream of tourists throughout the year. Nocona, Texas, more proof that car shows and car culture can be very good for local economies and communities. And now highlights from this year's North American International Auto Show in Detroit, the Motor City. Don't go away. When we come back, we'll tell you what's new in the world of electric cars.
Hi, my name is Joanna, and we've got more SST coming your way.
Turn back the hands of time with antique Chevrolet parts. Since 1971, we've been sourcing parts from around the world to help you restore and maintain antique Chevs. Nose to tail fins, we have your parts. Call us toll free at 1-866-767-2787. Get help from a real person or go to antiquechev.com. Download a catalog, order online, delivered to your front door. Antique Chev, helping you turn back the hands of time.
Stark Auto Sales. Hundreds of insurance claim vehicles auctioned every week. Now with locations in Toronto, Montreal, and Ottawa. Parts cars, rebuildable wrecks, damage-free theft recoveries. Bid in person, bid online from anywhere. Worldwide shipping. A better way to buy a car. Visit starkautosales.com.
Confidence. With Goodyear, it's tread that's tested by experts and can be trusted because of it. And everything we learn making their tires inspires what we roll into yours.
Now through December 31st, dig into winter with up to $100 back in mail-in rebates on 4 selected Goodyear tires, including the new Goodyear Assurance Weather Ready. See Cottingham Tire for details.
Hi, I'm Jake Cottingham from Cottingham Tire, serving the community for over 100 years. Come visit us at 13 Mill Street West in Tilbury, or join us at our new location at 189 Talbot Street West in Leamington, or visit our website at cottinghamtire.com.
La Liberty Collision, a name you can trust. Quality auto body services, competitive rates, family owned and operated. We keep our promises, delivering on time and on budget with no surprises, using the newest, highest quality, environmentally friendly paints and auto body repair products. Insurance claim? No problem. Serving Windsor, Essex, and Chatham-Kent from 47 Mill Street West, Tilbury. Visit LaLibertyCollision.com.
Turn back the hands of time with antique Chevrolet parts. Since 1971, we've been sourcing parts from around the world to help you restore and maintain antique Chevs. Nose to tail fins, we have your parts. Call us toll free at 1-866-767-2787. Get help from a real person or go to antiquechev.com. Download a catalog, order online, delivered to your front door. Antique Chev, helping you turn back the hands of time.
Stark Auto Sales. Hundreds of insurance claim vehicles auctioned every week. Now with locations in Toronto, Montreal, and Ottawa. Parts cars, rebuildable wrecks, damage-free theft recoveries. Bid in person, bid online from anywhere. Worldwide shipping. A better way to buy a car. Visit StarkAutoSales.com.
Watch movies, sports, and TV shows with no monthly fees. Get your Super Geeks Android Genius TV box. Simply connect to your TV with the supplied HDMI cable and connect to Wi-Fi. Watch what you want when you want, on demand in high definition, even 4K. A great alternative to cable, Netflix, satellite, and video rentals. Don't settle for a smart TV. Turn your TV into a genius with a Super Geeks Android TV box. Boxes start as low as $39.99 with full warranty. Pays for itself. Select from thousands of free online shows. We even provide remote service so you'll never be without your TV. Updates itself automatically. 30-day money-back guarantee. Call 1-866-248-1490. That's 1-866-248-1490. Or order online at supergeeks.tv. That's supergeeks.tv.
Hey friends, welcome back to the SST Car Show. We take you now to the Ottawa-Gatineau International Auto Show, where our own Jessica Kaloran interviewed Ron Groves of Plug and Drive about what's new in the world of electric cars.
Hi, I'm Jessica from Street Sport Television, and I'm here at Plug and Drive Electrify Your Ride at the Ottawa-Gatineau International Auto Show. Plug and Drive is committed to accelerating the adoption of electric cars. Now, it's extremely evident that these cars are very beneficial to the environment, but could you please explain a bit more as to why I would want to buy a car? Like, how would this benefit me as an individual?
Well, Jessica, the very first benefit, of course, is that they're really fun to drive. One of the actual benefits of an electric motor is the fact that they generate 100% of their torque or twist from 0 RPM. So you're always the first one through the intersection if you want to be. But of course, one of the other major benefits, and the reason why we're doing all of this, is to reduce our greenhouse gas emissions that come from transportation. Cars, which most of them in Canada are located in the cities, are responsible for most of the greenhouse gas emissions in those cities and all that nasty pollution that you see downtown. As a matter of fact, I was just reading in the newspaper today that another city in the world has actually closed their downtown core to cars on an even days license plate, odd days license plate basis so that they can reduce that greenhouse gas emission from gasoline engines. So if you drove an electric car, there would be no emissions from your tailpipe. You don't have one. That's a great benefit, of course. And then, of course, you have to get that electricity from somewhere that's nice and clean. And so here in Canada, it's a very good story because British Columbia, Manitoba, Quebec, Newfoundland, they're all hydroelectricity, totally greenhouse gas free. And right here in Ontario, where this auto show is taking place, we use nukes, hydro, renewables, a tiny little bit of natural gas, not much. And so when you're plugging in your electric car here in Ontario, you're plugging into cheap, green, plentiful, actually surplus electricity at night.
So Plug and Drive is a non-profit organization. So let's talk a bit about where you get your funding and who you collaborate with and who your sponsors are.
Well, if you look at our pop-up banner over there on the other side of the display booth, you'll see that some of the very first funders for us came from the power sector. So if we were standing here talking about gasoline-powered cars, you might expect our funders to be Shell or Exxon or Petrocan or something like that. But of course, when you look on our pop-up, you'll see Ontario Power Generation, Power Workers Union, and some of the utilities around Ontario. So why would they be interested in promoting electric cars? And of course, the reason is they're looking for new markets for their electricity. You see, we have this problem in Ontario where we have this huge surplus of electricity at night. And sometimes we actually have to pay the Americans to take it off our hands. Now that's just nuts. Why would we do that? Like, why couldn't we use that power for something right here in Ontario? And so we think that maybe electric cars is a good new market for that electricity. So we solve a lot of problems when we do that. We soak up that extra electricity and we reduce our greenhouse gas emissions at the same time. It's a really nice story.
So is it cheaper to drive an electric car versus a gasoline-powered car?
Yes, it is. And of course, it's a bit of a struggle right now because last time I bought gas, it was about 89 cents a liter. So we know that gas is super cheap right at the moment. But I'm old enough to remember that gasoline only usually goes one way when it comes to price, and that's up. And so we just know it's going to go back up again. Even still, though, even at 89 cents a liter, it's still about 1/5 to 1/4 the price of driving electric as it is to drive a gas-powered car. So yes, it's good for your pocketbook as well as the environment.
So I understand that Plug and Drive is committed to accelerating the adoption of electric cars. So how do you plan to achieve this goal?
Well, because electric cars are so new, people are always afraid of change. But once they understand a concept or once they understand how an electric car might fit into their life, then they feel more comfortable in maybe going out and buying one of those cars. And so with about 60 odd events a year, Plug and Drive will bring the cars out to people through ride and drives, lunch and learns, auto shows just like this. And we bring the message out and answer all their questions about how an electric car might fit into their life. And then once they start to see how it works for them, it's not as scary and strange. And then with that understanding, they might be more likely to go and buy one.
Great. Do you think there's anything that you want to add or that we might have missed?
Well, again, I just want to encourage people to go take an electric car for a drive. I mean, they're smooth, they're quiet, they're powerful. Right here at the show, we have one of the granddaddies of them all, and that's the Tesla Model S. A private owner brought it out to be at the show here. And so, you know, you're looking at a car that'll go 450 kilometers on $9 worth of electricity. It goes from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in under 4 seconds. It has a trunk in the front, a trunk in the back, and it seats 5 people in relative luxury. So I don't know, that's a pretty compelling argument to buy a beautiful electric car. Yes, it's pricey, but there are many other electric cars here at the auto show, at the Ottawa-Gatineau Auto Show, that they could see. And so I encourage you to check them out and then go drive one.
Great, thank you.
Thank you, Jesse.
Well, friends, that's all we have time for today. So until next time, I'm Rick Walker reminding you, when you can't get to the car show, we'll bring the car show to you online at streetsporttv.com.
This has been a Maverick Multimedia production.